like what NLP is right now and what hypnosis is and life and success coaching. And it reminds me of when I was like in high school and the first yoga studio came to the town that I lived in. And I was like really, really curious about yoga. I didn't know why I was so curious about it, but I was like drawn to it. And I started going, it was a Bikram yoga. Bikram yoga was the first yoga studio that showed up in my city. And like any time I would tell someone that I was going to yoga, people are like, what is yoga? Like, what are you doing? Da, da, da. And I became obsessed. And then it's funny because after a while, other, I guess, entrepreneurs started to take notice and all these other yoga studios started to pop up. But what I noticed was the yoga studios that popped up first, they were the ones that were able to get a loyal following. And now when I go back to where I'm from, those ones are still around, whereas some of the ones that waited didn't really stay. And what that really makes me think about is like where the world is right now with coaching and NLP. Actually, one of my friends was telling me that like in the 70s, for somebody to hire a personal trainer, like to go to the gym and hire a personal trainer, it was weird. It's like, why would you ever want to work out with someone? But now having a personal trainer is so normal. It's so commonplace. And that's what I think of right now when I think of NLP. I think there's a lot of people who are really curious about it. The ones who are like the early adopters, the innovators, the trendsetters, the ones who know where the world is going. They're hopping in and they're taking NLP trainings. Like some of my students have already launched their own trainings, right? Because these are the people who are ahead of the curve and they can see where the coaching industry is going. They can see how mindset is being talked about on the front page of every magazine and on podcasts and everything like that. And I think right now is just such a good opportunity to jump in and learn more about something that right now seems a little bit forward thinking and innovative and not everyone knows about it. But in a few years, I know that everyone's going to be talking about NLP. It's going to be commonplace. It's just like if somebody said to you right now, like, what is yoga? You'd be like, how do you not know what yoga is? But 10 years ago, people, like at least in the area that I'm in, it wasn't a big thing. And I really, really believe that in 10 years, NLP is going to be commonplace. It's going to be something that people talk about in their households. It's going to be normal to be like driving down the street and doing tapping in your car. It's going to be normal that when a friend is talking to you and they're just complaining, you can pick up on what they're saying in their language and switch that. I really believe that NLP is huge. So I just wanted to share that because that's really my belief on NLP right now. I know that that's the way that the world is going. There's so much interest in it. And so for the people who are joining, I'm just like really excited for you to be ahead of the curve. And if you're here and you're thinking of joining and you have a few questions or something like that, feel free to ask away. So me and my team collected some questions that came in through this week. There was a lot of questions, like random questions, like favorite food. And so favorite food, I don't know. Have I ever visited Sweden? No. Like there's some random questions like that. I'm not going to get into those today. We are going to start doing a monthly Q&A with me where I answer like all the random questions. But today I'm just going to focus on talking about the SFI method. So by the way, the sale that we're doing for the SFI method ends tonight at midnight. So if you have been on the fence, we had someone who signed up today who was like, I've been thinking about this for months. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy that you're in, but I'm also thinking of all the value that somebody would have missed out on not signing up a few months ago instead of now. So if you're thinking of signing up, now is the perfect time. We have an incredible sale, and I'm so excited to work with you and help you become a coach, create a freedom-based lifestyle, make more money, and also just like work on yourself, like feel good about yourself, feel good about the woman or the man or the person that you are. Be able to dig out any crap, any limiting beliefs, any pain that you're holding on to from like a past breakup or a past failure, and just understand how to reset your mind to achieve the goals that you want. So like for me, anytime I want to achieve a new goal, like for example, a new income goal, I don't just, if I want to hit a new income goal, I don't just start like doing a whole bunch of different things. I'm not just like, okay, let me like write a bunch of emails and like hire a bunch of people and do. When people do that, that's what gets people burnt out, because you're trying to do everything consciously. And when you try to do everything in your life consciously, you're forcing, you're efforting. It's not a habit. It's just like pushing, pushing, pushing. You know what that feels like. It feels like stress. It feels like being like thin. So what I do when I'm wanting to set a new goal or hit a new number or, you know, attract something into my life, the first thing that I do is I get my mindset behind it. So I make sure that I fully believe that it's possible. I make sure that I'm acting and showing up as the person who easily manifests that. And what happens is when I've switched my subconscious mind, I've switched the habits that I naturally do. So I'll find that I'm naturally, for example, better with my time. I'm naturally more of a leader. I naturally am able to not do busy work things and be better at delegating or be better at making better decisions because I'm working with my subconscious, which is thousands of times more powerful than my conscious mind, right? So one of the big things that I do before I achieve any huge goal is get my mind set to that goal, get my thermostat set to making it be easily achieved. So yeah, when you join the SFI method, you learn how to do that for yourself and you learn how to do that for your clients. So let me get into the questions. So the first question we have came over Instagram. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions on the SFI method, feel free to ask. I feel like lots of people, which is awesome. Hi. As you're coming, also say hi and let me know what country you're from. So just type in the chat what country you're from. I want to know where everyone's from. Okay, so first question, is the SFI method certification a necessary prerequisite for master training? Okay, so the SFI method certification specifically isn't necessarily a prerequisite, but you would need to have done an NLP training where you have 120 hours of training. So you would have had to learn NLP, hypnosis, EFT, life and success coaching, and time techniques, USA. So you would have to have those 5 modalities. So we've accepted people who've gone for other trainings and other schools, but it has to meet the requirements. So if you want to join but you've gone to another training, just email my team at hello@supply.co and we're going to send you a questionnaire. And with that questionnaire, then we'll be able to let you know if you pass the requirements. If not, we can work with you to help you get there. Like, for example, if you've gone to like Transform Destiny in LA, which is the school that I went to, that obviously meets our standards, so that would be an easy switch. So we had one girl, for example, who took master at Transform Destiny, and then she's coming to our trainers training, okay? Next question, so hopefully that answers your question. So just email hello@supply.co and we'll help you find out if you meet the requirements. Someone's asking, will I be doing another trainers training session in June and July? Probably not. I'm guessing, like I'm 99% sure that the next training is going to be in 2021. So if you want to become a trainer in 2020 with me, then coming from February 5th to February 19th is the best time. There's like so many questions, but I'm trying to look through for the ones just about the SFI method. Okay, so someone is asking, how long does the training take, and is there a training for setting up your online platform? Okay, so how long does the training take? This, I think, is like one of the most common questions. So the training, if you're doing the online training, we've had to finish in as little as like, I think there was someone who finished it in like 3 to 4 weeks because she just like jumped right in and made it happen. So that's like the quickest we've seen because there is 120 hours of content that you have to go through, plus you do online tests, plus you need to actually practice. We need to see that you know how to work with clients, and of course you want to get that practice so that you know how to work with clients. So if you're doing it online, you want to submit videos. So I think that if you signed up and you had like a full-time job or a business where you were kind of balancing, I would say and you were still focusing on it, like you were doing like an hour or 2 every day, I'd say that you could complete the full program from 2 to 3 months. However, we don't have a time limit. So if you, you know, you have like a big family or a really demanding job or business, or, you know, you have a lot going on, if it takes you 6 months, that's totally fine. If it takes you a year, that's totally fine, because we're not putting a time limit on you. We're letting you do it at your own pace. So it's entirely up to you. Courtney, hi Courtney, is saying it took me 2 months while being in college full time. Okay, perfect. So Courtney's such a great example. She's in college full time, and I'm sure, like, I know Courtney, so you're probably like posting and promoting and creating content and everything like that while working through the program, and you did it in 2 months. So that's somebody who's like totally committed and focused. So good on you, Courtney. Big congrats to you. And for somebody who, you know, you have other things in your life that's going on, or you're not completely focused on it, if it takes you 6 months, that's totally fine. I saw a question from Energy Girl. I'm seeing you on my live, so hi. You have to go to trainer's training to go to master's. No, it's actually the opposite. So first you'd want to go to practitioner training and the practitioner and coach training. And then if you want to become a master, then the next level is becoming a master practitioner and a master coach. So yes, apply method, master coach. And then the next level after that, if you decide you want to train coaches, you want to train master coaches, then you'd become a trainer. Okay, so if you're starting from the very beginning, the first level is practitioner, then it's master practitioner, and then it's trainer's training. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. And another question too, people always ask about what if you're on a different time zone? So if you're on a different time zone and you're wondering, like, will I be able to attend the training? What we do is we always do our trainings at different time zones. So sometimes for different time zones. So sometimes I'll do my live coaching calls with you at like 9 or 10 in the morning. So that's perfect for you if you're on like European time, or if you're on EST but you don't have a 9-to-5 job, then you can easily come to those. I'll often do them like midday, like around 12 or 1. And then, so that is obviously good for a lot of different time zones, except Australia, because that's like 3 a.m. We have had people that wake up at 3 in the morning to come to my trainings, which, like, kudos to you, right? And then I'll often do them at like 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. So especially in Australian time, 8 p.m. is great. Then you can wake up in the morning and start your day with me. I do live coaching calls on business, on marketing, on growing your Instagram, on growing your email list. We do like marketing Q&As where essentially you can come, like, say like, hey Reese, this is my landing page, or this is my website, or this is my sales page for my upcoming program, like, what do you think? Or this is my launch plan. And I'm like so happy to help you launch, because I want to help everyone get to 6 figures. It's me, Raphael. Do these include all 5 certifications? Yes. So we sign up for the Yes Apply Method, coach and practitioner training. When you're done, so when you've done all your tests and you watch all the videos and you've submitted your videos, you'll get certified in 5 modalities. So first you'll get certified as a Yes Apply Method coach, then as an NLP practitioner, so you can practice NLP, a hypnotherapist, so you'll be able to do hypnosis with people, EFT, so I'm sure EFT Tapping, so you'll be an EFT practitioner, life and success coaching, so you have coaching techniques, and time techniques, which is a regression technique that helps you go to the root cause of any problem and release it. Okay, and whether you sign up for the live training or the online training, you get instant access to all the content. So if you're coming to the live, as soon as you sign up, you get access to all the content. You can come to the coaching calls with me. You can see the replays. We put a ton of replays up of my past calls that people get a lot of value from. You get access to our Facebook group, which our Facebook group has the best people on the internet, in my opinion. And yeah, like everything, like Instagram course, I have an energy clearing course. Energy clearing, by the way, if you're watching this and you're a coach or a strategist or you work really close with people, so important to work on your energy, because what can happen is every single time you have a conversation with someone, every single time you talk to someone, you create an esoteric cord in between you and them. And if you don't cut that cord, then that person can be draining you like weeks or months or even years after you've talked to them. So that like ex that used to drain you, they could still be draining you if you haven't energetically cut your cords, or your mom, or that needy client, or whatever it is. So I put an energy course in there as well, because I feel like energy is the most important thing. Raphael as well, it's fantastic. I'm an occupational therapist. This would be great. Absolutely, this would be so great for you, Raphael. I'm thinking of one girl we had named Dee. She went to all of these different Ivy League schools, And she was getting really frustrated because I think she was either a social worker or a counselor, but she had gone to all these, like at least 3 different Ivy League schools, and she was looking for answers so she could help people. And she's spending all this money on these degrees, like looking for answers to truly help people. And she's getting really frustrated because she was looking for the answers and she couldn't find it. And then she said when she came to the Yes Supply Method training in May, which by the way, we do online and in person. So she came in May and she was literally like in tears thanking me. And it's not me, right? It's the tools. Like I'm so proud and happy that I get to share them and teach them, but it's just the power of these tools, and it's just unlocking how your mind works. So anyway, she was like literally in tears because she felt like she found the missing piece that she was looking for. So that felt really, really awesome for me, of course. But yeah, as an occupational therapist, this would be such a great addition. And also too, it's gonna teach you so much about the subconscious mind. And the big difference between NLP and therapy, like I'm not a therapist, but from what I hear from my friends who are therapists and psychologists, is that a lot of the work, or a lot of what you learn in school is like remedial. So it has the perspective that there's something wrong with the client, right? So if they come in and they're angry, it's like, okay, it's a diagnosis. Or if they come in and they're sad, okay, all of like they're immediately depressed, put them on pills, put them on medication. So whereas with NLP, it's generative, meaning we see that the person might have a behavior that's not working for them, but we look at the person as a whole person and we see that they're capable of growth. So rather than looking at someone as like, oh, they have a problem, so let's put like a Band-Aid on it just so they can get by. With NLP, we look at the person as they're an incredible whole person, and we see them at the level of the goal that it is that they want to achieve, or the life that it is that they want to achieve. And we're just seeing, okay, what can we release in terms of their behaviors or the moods that they're holding on to or the feelings that they're holding on to in order to release it. So the founders of NLP, which are Richard Bandler and John Grinder, when they first came out with NLP, they were actually teaching full rooms of psychologists and therapists and doctors. So I think that you'll actually find this as a really great complement to what you're already doing. And it will be great to give you a completely different perspective when you're approaching a client. So how I explain that, or how I like to look at that, is like, for example, in the prison system, right? Oftentimes, if somebody committed a theft, people will say like, oh, they're a thief. And so they'll treat that person like a thief, and they'll treat that person as less than. And of course, and no matter what they say, the way that their tone of voice is coming across, it's coming across that person is like, oh, well, you did this thing in the past, so you're not good enough. Like, we'll do what we can with you, but you kind of fucked up in the past, so there's only so much we can do. So that's how, from what I hear from my friends who are in therapy and psychology, that a lot of therapists are taught. It's not your fault, because you've come into this obviously because you want to help people and you want to expand people and you want to help people grow, but it's kind of just the way that a lot of the schooling is set up. And how NLP looks at it is, this is overall a good person, but they probably made a bad decision or they have a bad behavior. And we look at the picture too, that they may have been doing that bad behavior because they were in maybe like a tense situation, so it made them bend their boundaries, or they grew up in a certain environment where they weren't taught any different, right? So it's generative versus remedial. So anyway, I think that this will be really, really great as a balance for the work that you already do. And I hope that was helpful for you. Amazing. And let me see what other questions there are. So I answered, if you're doing it in person, you will get access to all the online content. Yep. So some people might be asking, okay, what happens as soon as you sign up? So as soon as you sign up, you instantly get an email right into your inbox that invites you to our Facebook group that has over 380 incredible supportive coaches that you can collaborate with, become friends with. We have a lot of our coaches that actually trade sessions. So if you're coming in and you know that you already have some limiting beliefs, maybe like limiting beliefs around money or limiting beliefs around doing live streams or showing up, something like that, you can literally just post in the group like, hey, I'd love to be somebody's sample client, and you can get some like free coaching in exchange for a testimonial and get a taster of all of the techniques that we teach. And then also you get access to all the online content. So like I said before, the Instagram training, the energy training, we have wealth consciousness calls, so money mindset calls, facilitation calls that help you get better at the techniques, Yes Dream Clients, which teaches you how to create a high ticket program, so you can charge, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 plus for your programs. So you get instant access to all of that content. And then every Monday, you get an email letting you know when our next live coaching call with me is. And every week we do different topics. So the last couple of weeks we did how to set up your 2020 for making six figures. So what I did was a full like 1 to 2 hour coaching call where I actually gave you a map of exactly what to do to create six figures in 2020 in your coaching business. Exact products, exact pricing, everything like that, so you don't have any questions at all. And in the coaching calls with me, it's not just a live stream. You can actually come on audio and video and talk with me. Like, I'll coach you live in the session, so you have all the answers that you need to grow your business or get clients or whatever it is that you're looking to do. So you get instant access to all of that. And if you're coming to the live training, you'll want to watch all the 40 hours of pre-study before the live training. Our January training is sold out, so you'll have plenty of time to watch the pre-content before June. And oh yeah, and then if you're taking the online, you can just start going through the program. You can find an accountability partner in the group. Okay, is this only coaches? So even though this is very much designed for coaches, for like therapists would be perfect, counselors would be perfect, personal development influencers who want more tools to add to their content, it's catered for you because I give you a lot of business training, but we actually have quite a few people that join the Yes Apply method just for their own personal development. They have like limiting beliefs, setbacks, obstacles in their mind that they know are holding them back. We had one girl who signed up just for her personal benefit because she's going through some medical stuff and she wanted to be able to work on herself and reset her mindset around that because she knows the importance of the mind-body connection. So I honestly think that if you have a mind, you need the Yes Apply method, but I essentially created it to solve the problem because I used to do a lot of one-on-one coaching with incredible coaches who had spent thousands of dollars on their education, thousands of dollars on certifications, and they were never taught how to market themselves and they were never taught how to make money. And that frustrated me because I think that if you're a good person and you want to do good in the world and you want to help people heal and you want to make the world a better place, you deserve to be paid for it. And it frustrated me that there were certifications out there that would put someone through all of this training and then not even teach them how to get a client. And I just really think that it's a lose-lose if somebody has all these amazing tools and they want to help people, and then there's people out there that have problems that they need help with, and because this person doesn't know how to market themselves, these people never get the help that they need. So what I've done is I've bridged the gap where I'm teaching you incredible tools to help people heal and have better lives and achieve their goals and get what they want out of life, and showing you how to actually make money doing it so that you can grow your business, so that you can reach more people, you can hire, you can do the parts of the business that you love, you support it in the parts of your business that maybe you don't love or aren't your strengths, like the techie part. So that was the big problem that I was solving with this. And also we have payment plans. So if you don't have $3,000 sitting around your bank account, that's totally cool. We actually have payment plans where you can get started as low as $250 a month. And we teach you how to attract coaching clients for single sessions for $300. So if you join on that $250 payment plan and then you hop right into the training on how to attract single sessions, then you can be essentially just doing the 1 hour or 2 hour sessions a month, and you'll be able to obviously cover your payment plans. Size Mom 79 asking, do I have a bundle for the Yes Apply method and the Masters, or an upgrade option, or would you recommend doing the Yes Apply first and then the Masters? So the Masters isn't online. The Masters is only in person. If you want a bundle pricing, Email my team at hello@yessupply.co and they will be able to help you with that. I do know we do have a bundle pricing. I just don't have it memorized right now. So just email at hello@yessupply.co and then one of the girls on my team will help you out. But we would love to have you for both. Oh yeah, good idea, Courtney. I didn't even think about that. So thanks, Courtney. You're just so awesome on this live. I appreciate you. So so for Sky's Mom, hopefully that answers your question. We only have masters in person here in my training studio. So you could sign up for the Yes Supply, and then when you're ready to upgrade, go ahead and do that. And someone from my team would be happy to help you. Or if you want to get a bundle pricing, just email at hello@yessupply.co. I'll let them know that you're Sky's mom and you are on this live, and they'll be able to share with you what that bundle price would look like. And Courtney brought up such a good point too. So like I said before, we teach you how to do single sessions for only $250. So you can sign up at $250 and then be able to get a client for $300, and then that's going to easily pay off your payment plan. Or what Courtney said as well is Courtney's amazing, and as she's been going through the program, she's just been talking about the program. So she's like, hey, I just signed up for the Yes Supply method. I'm learning NLP, and this is how it's changing my life. I'm learning hypnosis, and that is how it's changed my life. I'm learning EFT, and this is how it's upgraded my mindset, or whatever. And just from her sharing, people are reaching out to her being like, what is this magic that you're talking about? And so, and this happens so often because people, like I said at the beginning of this live, people are so hungry to learn how to make their lives better and how to improve their mindset. So we have a Yes Supply Method influencer program where when you refer a friend or a family member or someone in your community, you actually earn about $350. And it's really, really easy to do. I give you a whole bunch of links where you can send people workbooks that I've created, a masterclass that I've created, awesome free content that I've created. So you can just send that to your friends or your online community. And when they go through it, they're going to read all about the Yes Supply method and most likely sign up on their own. And then if you just want to make sure that you use your link, so we make it really easy for you to sign up for the Yes Supply method influencer program. And if they click your link, and then a few days later, or it could be months later, if they clicked your link and then they clicked to buy the Yes Supply method, you're gonna earn about $350 from every sale. And if you have a whole bunch, like just say you have 10 people, which I'm sure you can think of 10 people who want to improve their life, or 10 people who even want to start an online business so they can work from home and feel good about the work that they do by helping people. If you have 10 people, that's like over $3,000. That more than covers the price of signing up. So good point, Courtney. Thank you so much for being so supportive. Love you too. Yeah. So I think that was all of the questions that I saw on the Yes Supply method. I have lots of random questions, like someone asked, how often do I people watch? What's my zodiac sign? Aries. Also, my human design is manifestor. I'm so into human design right now. And also, my friend told me yesterday that Bob Proctor has the same human design as me, which I'm not even surprised, but that explains so many things. There's, some random questions in here. What are some actionable things? So I'm gonna answer all these questions on a full-on Q&A, but today is all about the Yes Supply method. So today's the last chance to get access to the Yes Supply method for $1,000 off the live training and $500 off the online training. So if you're ready to sign up, head to yessupply.co/certified. I would love to work with you and support you inside the program. Ro loves my glasses. Thanks, Ro. I'm like, it's Sunday. I'm not wearing contacts today. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Feel free to send us a DM as well. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you inside. So have an amazing night. Trying to think if there's any other last things that I should say. Honestly, like if your heart, this is how I look at it. If your heart is calling you to it, you're meant to do it. If you really, really, really want this and then you put it off or you don't do it, you're always going to be asking yourself, what if I had tried? And I just got interviewed yesterday for a manifestation course. This awesome girl, Jaleesa, has this manifestation course, and she just interviewed me yesterday, and she was talking about practicality in manifestation. And, you know, there's so much great information online about manifesting what it is that you want and getting into alignment and getting your vibration in check, and that all works. I've seen it work. Like, things just boom, pop into my life. Timing is perfect, divine timing, everything like that. But she was interviewing me specifically on practicality in manifestation. So the practical tips, the taking inspired action. And one of the things, I think one of the most important things that's gotten me to where I am today with the business that I get to run, with the team that I get to have, with the incredible clients that I get to serve and work with and inspire. And the biggest thing that changed my life was making decisions from my higher self. Okay? If I made decisions from my past or current results, I would only get more of the same life. So for me, if I wanted to make an investment and I said, oh, well, I only have X amount in my bank account, or, oh, I'm scared, like, I don't know how to public speak, so maybe this isn't the right investment. If I made decisions from who I used to be, all that does is set you up for more of who you used to be. If you want to move forward in your life, your external circumstances are only going to change when your internal changes, which means you have to get into the vibration and the thought process of your higher self or of your future self. And so when I asked myself, because I was sitting in your shoes a couple of years ago, thinking about taking NLP training too, because I wanted to up-level my coaching business. I wanted to stop feeling stuck at making the exact same amount of money. And I knew that in order to up-level how much money I could bring in, I had to know how to give more value. And in order to make sure that my clients were getting better results and moving forward and getting incredible testimonials like the testimonials that I get now, I knew I had to have better tools to help them. And so making the investment to take this training and fly to a different country with a company that I didn't even know to take the training was scary. But I asked myself, the version of Reese who's, you know, making 6 figures a month, the version of Reese who is inspiring thousands of people, would she have this knowledge or not? And the answer was she would have this knowledge. She would have taken this training. She would look back in a few years and say, thank you so much for taking a risk on yourself and taking that training. Oh, hi, Jaleesa, I was just talking about you. And we were just talking about this yesterday. So from 2 years ago, when I took my NLP training, I asked myself, would future Reese be happy that I made this decision? And I said yes. And it's so crazy to actually be talking about this right now, because now I am future Reese, making the money that I want, sitting, oh my God, this is such a crazy moment. Sitting in my dream office that I used to dream about when I worked at my old 9-to-5, and I got here by driving my dream car here, and I get the type of raving testimonials that I used to dream about, and I work with the incredible clients that I used to dream about working with, and I'm so grateful to that really, really, really scared Reese who pressed the buy button even when she was fucking shaking and taking the biggest risk on herself. And I can tell you from experience that if you want your future to look different than your present and look different from your past, you have got to make decisions from your future self. And the more you let your results dictate your actions, the more you're going to keep the same results. If I had said, oh, I only have X amount of dollars in my bank account, so it's not logical, and maybe I should wait, blah, 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 I'd have the exact same amount of money in my bank account right now. I'd have the exact same clients that I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get them the results that I wanted to right now. You have got to, and it's not even about this program. I would love to have you in the program, but if it's not for you, like, I know that my program's going to grow anyway. I know that I'm going to get more incredible clients anyway. So it's not even about this program and you signing up. It's about like you changing your life. And if you want to change your life, you have got to decide to make the decision that the version of you 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago would look back and say, thank God you did that, right? I'm sure you can all right now think about something that you look back and you say, thank God I did that. Maybe it was doing your first live stream. Maybe it was starting your Instagram. Maybe it was reaching out to your first client. Maybe it was taking a course or buying a purse that you feel hot when you wear it, whatever it is. we all have things that we look back on, or maybe it was like talking to that dude and now he's your husband. We all have things that we look back on and say, thank you so much for taking that risk. And so if you want your life to look different, you've got to make decisions that that version of you would make. So that's how I'm going to end this off. That was a very cool moment for me because I'm literally doing all of the things that I dreamed of doing a couple of years ago. And I honestly have this NLP program that I've taken, and depending on myself and taking a chance on myself and believing in myself. And I created a rule for myself that for every $1 I spend on my personal development, I make 50 back. And I've honestly seen that happen. So just trust in yourself. Honestly, the Yes Supply method, I've created it to be such a complete program. You have all of the support that you need. Any question you have about starting your coaching business, getting your program set up, getting your platform set up, even if you're not techie, like every single question you have, I've done so much work to solve it for you. So the only question, like the question isn't, is this program good? This program is incredible. The question is, do you want to take a risk on yourself? Do you want to change your life? Do you want to see what you're capable of? And so if the answer is yes, then I'm so excited to see you inside. Our special pricing ends tonight at 11:59. And yeah, if you have any other questions, just shoot us a DM and we are here for you. So have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to you guys soon in probably another live stream.